G'day and welcome to Inforunners. I'm Execute and this is Algared, and we're doing tinfoil hat theory today, so we thought we'd dress up appropriately.
Yeah, Execute's showing his true colours because he's gone pirate. I'm showing mine because I'm a gumnut baby.
So what we thought we'd do is go through the video from Citizencon and basically give you our thoughts on what we think these are going to be. And we can literally start off right on this frame, can't we, Algared? So we've got two bikes here that are new, and I've had Space Tomato message me, and he reckons it's by Tumbrel, and I don't think it's a terrible idea. And one of the ones you and I talked about was there's a World War II bike, isn't there? What was the name of it again? It's got...
it was the Kettlegrad by the Germans, World War II German.
So
bike, basically bike at the front, tractors at the back.
Yeah, so if you kind of look, it kind of looks like it's got tracks. So essentially, we're thinking that it could just be all. So think like the tanks from the Nova and the Storm, but on a bike. And if it's not that, then maybe it is a hover bike. And the only other one we can kind of really look at there that might be appropriate, and this is only because of the caution lines there, is probably Argo, and there is a little bit of orange here, and a couple of little spots there you can see little bits of orange. So that's about it. It's a hover bike. Is there any real excitement there for you, Algared? There isn't for me, but
no, it's just a it could be a hover bike. The black line you see at the front could be shadow from the other side if it's got four parts. But I do like the idea of a homage to those World War II, Kettlegrad type bikes. They were the German equivalent of the universal carrier that the Brits had. I suppose that's the closest I can think of.
Now, this one here, even initially, Algared, you said that this was a G12, but I've had a lot of other people report it was a G12 as well.
But they're wrong.
Yes, it's clearly got 6 wheels, so it's clearly not that. Again, we've had the links this year, and Paul's agreed on his stream. We think this is the ambulance version.
Yep, it's. I when I first saw it, I didn't even really pay attention at the time. Vehicle, okay, that's a G12. It's been, but the origin to G12. The second you actually pay a bit more attention to it, 6 wheels, the lines and everything, an Ursa. So it's a variation of the Ursa. We think it's hopefully the hospital or the ambulance.
The one little thing I'll say is, you'll note it almost looks like it's got these potential lift parts at the back, which should also go up with what we've seen with potentially of lifting it up. Again, an ambulance might need to be lifted and stuff like that for certain insertions. And we pretty much expect this to go into the Galaxy hospital module, don't we? Because of the elevator.
So it fits with current RSI ships as well. And it certainly fits with the Galaxy. So, yeah.
All right, next one. So, I'll let you start on this one.
Be still, my beating heart, be still. This, to me, cries out for being a Argo without its pod, without its modular pod. And the big black bit looks to me like it is...
here he's talking about?
Yep. Looks to me to be the arms that are closed up, and so a little grabby arm and hopefully a torch, which would be the original design, or one of the original designs that we had for the MPUV.
And if you want to see footage on that, we did actually do a ship scrutiny on the MPUV, and the footage is in that episode. So if you go onto our YouTube and look at the ship scrutiny playlist, it'll be in there. And it actually shows this really old footage of it. It literally has like a repair arm on it. So yeah, Algared's not wrong on that. And I totally agree with him, and I'm sure... I haven't talked to Paul or Space about that one, but I'm sure they would probably agree as well.
And the thing that I remember when it first came out is when the MPUV first came into Verse, Ben said, we didn't put the claw attachments on because they weren't working in game, and we didn't want to put them in if they weren't working, but they're still coming.
So that's a sign of... That's a sign of a repair coming, isn't it? Yeah.
Yeah, it's hopefully that is coming, and that would, be still my beating heart is all I can say to that.
Yeah. All right. Next one. Just let this play out a little bit. That's probably the biggest mystery one here, Algared, isn't it? We've had a lot of people go over this one with us, and we when we're on stream, the only definitive thing is we actually took that little human there and laid him out sideways, and roughly based on a average human height, usually when they do a figure for a character, it's a 1.8 meters tall. So based on that, this is roughly I think it was 23.6 meters or something in that ballpark, right? So 5 meters either side of 23 meters, and that makes this a small ship. It's not a large ship. It's people were thinking, oh, maybe it's the Perseus or the what's the other one? The Galaxy and stuff like that. Some people said it's the Spirit. It's got the landing gear of this and that. But again, you break it all down, it's a small ship. And once you work that through, that doesn't fit any of the others because every ship we mentioned is medium and above. And later on, you'll see the Zeus is clearly there, and that's a medium, and it's a lot longer. You'll notice that's got a cargo bay below that appears to have at least 4 SCU in it. And I think the only other thing I mentioned there, Algared, is we think that they might be stairs that are folded down there.
Stairs or a ramp. Yep. So access. And you'll notice on every single one of these pictures, you've got that little human figure there, and that human figure is for scale. And so that gives you an idea of the size of those vehicles and ships.
So we had a couple of different manufacturers floated for this one. So we've had RSI floated. And I know I'm going to forget one of these. Crusader's one of them. And I think we even mentioned Consolidated Outland at one point. But honestly, if you look at the small ship lineup, the clearest manufacturer that this could possibly be, just based on that they don't have a small ship, is Crusader. And that's probably why it shares a lot in common with the Spirit. Algared, would you where's your take on that? Do you think it's a Crusader like me, or because I did present that to you on stream, didn't I?
Yep, you did mention that idea. Look, I think we've got the Aurora. We don't need an RSI starter. We don't need a Mustangs, a Consolidated Outland starter.
They got 2, don't they, technically? With the
we definitely do not need another Origin starter because we've got a plethora of small ships from Origin. Technically, we've got a Grey Cat starter because we've got the MPUV. We don't need a Drake starter because we've got the Cutter. The only ones you can really go for are Anvil, Aegis.
Anvil have got the Pisces.
Anvil's got Pisces.
I honestly think if it would be anything else that's not Crusader, it'd be Argo, and that's only because the MPUV is technically a snub, right?
Yep.
And that leaves room for them to have a small, because the next largest is the Raft, and that's a medium.
And you look at the design language, and it's certainly not the other. It doesn't seem to fit with the other manufacturers who are left.
It doesn't look like Argo, does it? Yeah. So.
And so it makes sense for Crusader, and you go, oh, they don't have a starter ship. So yeah.
One last thing I will pause as we go out of frame is a lot of people think this is a VTOL here on the right hand side. If you actually let it play and just pause it right there, you can see it shrinks considerably. So and now if you consider it's a smaller ship, it does look a lot more like very similar to the one on the Spirit, because there it looks way too big. And again,
and if these
that's a better one.
Yep.
So yeah, I think it's a Crusader starter. We're calling it the C0, but you can call it whatever you want. But that's just what we nickname them things. So yeah.
Go back to the beginning where those screens start to change. Also, the bridge seems to get magnified. So the bridge is bigger than it is in the little pictures. So bigger bridge and smaller back. So and it's a narrow ship. So features become more.
Yeah, a lot of people think it's not very Crusader-y, and I will admit it's not exactly Crusader, but go have a look at the Spirit one. It is very different from the other Spirit bridges, from the other Crusader bridges. So, again, time will tell, but we're just trying to limit this down again, and
I'll just point out,
make it more
hat.
Yeah, tinfoil hat. Yeah, absolutely. All right, let's go on to the next one, because again, a lot of these are up for debate. So now this one's had a lot of contention on our Discord, because some people think it looks like, and this is where I think they're wrong, and I'll explain, but some people think this is attack, but the ship would have to be backwards. I don't know if you've noticed that all the ships are pointing from right to left, with the front being the left. So if this would be the one that breaks that mold and points to the right. But clearly, if you look at it, it's a Fury. It is clearly a large Fury, much larger, obviously, if you look at the person, as Algared pointed out. But we think this is potentially, now Algared, you correct me if I'm thinking wrong here, because I don't want to put words in your mouth, but I think it's a larger racing ship to go in line with the Zeus ST that we saw leaked.
It could very well be a larger racing ship, and the lines to me do say it looks like some form of Mirai type
especially
ship.
these bits in here. Like it even looks like it's slanting down, like the
Yep.
Fury does. Yeah.
My question is, could it be Vesulian that's had it? I know that was originally we speculated that was an alien ship.
That's again by attack.
Yep.
And that's what what people were saying. But in my opinion, it's completely the wrong way for that.
I'm not saying it's Gatak, but the one company that we know has really, really close ties with the Xi'an is Misk/Mirai. And so having a lot of their design language and having a ship that we thought was a Xi'an ship, it could, so if you're after a name, it looks very, very, very Fury-esque, but look at the size of the person, and it's a big ship.
So yeah, it's definitely a medium in my book, and like you can even see kind of up here, there's a spoiler that folds into the back. I again, being so Fury-like with the spoiler and stuff, I expect this is a medium racer. Again, I'm completely speculating here. My hope, and this is way off tinfoil hat, is I actually hope it's got some reliant cues. You know how you can go vertical, Algared, and I hope it's actually got like a stacked cockpit, so you're up and above, below each other, or something like that. And hope it's for 2 to 3 people. But let's wait and see. We've only got to wait the next 12 months. This will be in.
Yeah, and we know that Misk have already done the Reliant, so we know they've got ships around that size. It'd be nice to see that as a...
It almost looks like it says Mirai there, actually, in white text. But again, until we get I almost think one of the reasons they've not... By the way, on CIG's website, this is one of the only panels that hasn't gone up. So, again, we might be looking at this again on stream when it gets to 4K. But, yeah, for now. All right, let's keep going on. I think we're about halfway through. Right, the Tadakan, a.k.a. the Legionnaire. I don't think we have to really debate that one, do we, Algared?
No, looks like a Tadakan.
Yep, Tadakan. Zeus, would you agree with me on that one?
It looks a bit like a Zeus.
Yep, so again, the ramp at the back, the landing gear. You can even see the tucked up wing. I'm pretty sure this is a Zeus. So I'll let this one go through. And... Retaliator. So I think this is just
be still my beating heart.
Again, I think this is just because of the rework, Algared, do you reckon?
Yeah, this is the rework of Retaliator. I think I wouldn't be surprised when the tally comes out. That's when we'll see the modules actually clicking. I'd hope that's when the modules will be clicking.
Yeah, fingers crossed. Space Tomato said the same thing. It does look interesting. It almost looks like there's light coming through here in this section here. The other thing you might notice is there is no clear turret on top. Which I found very interesting. Now, so it's either hidden behind one of the wings or underneath or something like that. But yeah, you'll just notice.
Like that.
Yeah, so it's noticeably had some kind of upgrade or downgrade, or at least some changes we suspected with the turrets, because it just had too many for the crew size. Like this thing seemed like a 3-player, maybe 4, and at the time it was 5, and it's just way too big. So by taking people out, you can also make the rooms and stuff a lot smaller. So yeah, anything you want to add to that?
I know there's lots of people who will complain if it is a Retali, because it's now landing like a constellation with its...
Yeah, I also think it's probably just doesn't have its landing gear down, but you'll have to see. Again, look, the Fury back there wasn't landed either, so...
Yeah.
Well, not the Fury, the Mirai looking one, sorry. But yeah.
But the downside for anyone who's got just if you've got the base, it may mean if they're bringing out the modules at the same time, that's where you're going to have to look at buying a module, because that's when you'll lose your bomber ownership. So
yep.
Just be aware of that. Again, tinfoil hat.
Yep. Right, and the last one, which I think kind of is really obvious, but the Polaris. Wow, our second real big ship in the game. This thing rivals the 890 jump, really, doesn't it? There's nothing else really up there.
So big, I can't even see. Oh, yes, the little man down there. I can see him.
Where is he?
Yeah, right there, right above.
Oh wow, he's not even as big as my mouse pointer. Damn.
I almost was going to say, and it's so big, the little man's not there, and then I saw the shadow.
Yeah. So, looking forward to that one. I own one. Algared owns one. We're going to be a really good support combat ship. So yeah. I think with that, Algared, we're done. That was short and sweet. So it was a bit of fun. I hope you guys enjoyed that one with the tinfoil hat series. We'll be back, and we probably need to do this again, Algared. Tinfoil hat series. That sounds good. I just made that up right on the spot, Algared. Anyway,
I know you did.
I did drag Algared kicking and screaming into the tinfoil hats, but we pulled it off. a bit of comedy. We hope you guys enjoyed this. Let us know your thoughts in the comments below. What do you think of the ones that we've mentioned there? We've let people talk about this on this Discord for a bit, and we had a look through and had a look at what they had to say, and this is the strongest ones we think going through. So yeah, and then you'd like to see from people in the comments below, Algared.
Yeah, what do you think those ships are? Do you think we're right? Do you think we're trying to take you down the garden path and mug you in the alley? Whose tin hat is the best? Yeah.
All
Hope
right.
you enjoyed it.
Captain Gumnut and Pirate Stooge here. We'll see you in the next one. He's been Algared.
He's been Execute, and we're out of here. Take care.
I forgot to do like and subscribe, ring the notification bell, and thank you to the people at the end of Patreon on the credits. Bye.